welcome to the Yatim Khana and Madrasas Anjuman Khairul Islam's Pune College of Arts, Science and Commerce Camp Pune 1. Myself, Dr. Arif Tamboli, working as Associate Professor in the Department of Electronic Science. I joined this institute on 1st August 1994. Today I am going to introduce you about the fiber optic communication. All of you know that fiber optic communication plays a very important role in human life because the need of communication day by day is going on in the form of audio and video signals. These are the fiber cables. You can look at this structure, so it looks somewhat like that, and these fiber cables are used to carry the signal in the form of light. Let us go to the introduction of fiber optic cable. Optical fiber cable is made by glass. It is thin and transparent dielectric material. It carries light signal of visible and infrared frequencies from one end to other end of fiber by means of total internal reflection, that is TIR. Therefore, it is said that fiber optic communication works on the principle of total internal reflection. In addition to glass, plastic and polymer is also used as a dielectric material. Let us go to the structure of optical fiber. The structure of optical fiber is having core surrounded by cladding. Core as well as cladding both are made by glass material or a polymer material. Core and cladding both are protected by a protective jacket. The refractive index of core material is always greater than the refractive index of cladding material. Therefore, whenever the ray of light enters into the core, it gets reflected back into the core from the junction of core and cladding, and it propagates through entire length of cable. That is called your total internal reflection. Let us go to the block diagram of fiber optic communication. All of you know that the information signal is always either video or sound or picture is in the form of electric signal. So this electric signal is first of all encoded in a proper format. Thereafter, this encoded electric signal is given to the block which is called transmitter, which consists of drives as a source and light source. So this block basically converts electrical signal into a light signal, and thereafter the light signal is passed with the help of fiber optic cable. So this is a fiber optic cable. There is a joint in between fiber optic cable which is called as splice. When the light signal comes out over here, this block is called the block of receiver. This consists photodetector. So photodetector is basically used to convert the light signal into an electric signal, and that electrical signal is further amplified, and thereafter that signal is stored in a resistor, and this signal is decoded further to get back the original information signal. So this is the block diagram of fiber optic cable. Sources of light. The sources of light which are used in fiber optic communication are light emitting diodes and laser diode. Remember that the wavelength of the light used in fiber optic communication is always in nanometer. So here, next slide which I am going to show you is about the sources of the light. So wavelength of light sources. So mostly light signals of wavelength 850 nanometer, 1300 nanometer and 1550 nanometer are used. So remember that light signals used are only in nanometer. 850 is called first generation, 1300 nanometer is called second generation, 1550 nanometer and about that 1800 is called third generation. Laser is widely used. because the laser light is coherent and monochromatic. Coherent means same phase and frequency, and monochromatic means only one wavelength, because for each color there is only one wavelength is associated. So single wavelength light that is generated by the laser, therefore laser is widely used. Next, optical receivers. So optical receivers which are used to convert light signal into an electric signal. So basically photodiodes and phototransistors are used as optical receivers. Now what should be the characteristics of optical receivers? It must be very sensitive to light signal of particular wavelength. It must be capable of picking up and amplifying the signals of micro and nanowatts. All optical receivers produces photocurrent, and thereafter that photocurrent is converted into voltage. Next is types of optical fibers. Basically the optical fibers are divided or classified into two categories: single mode step index and multi-mode step index. So here index means refractive index, that you remember. Single mode step index. Step index means there is sudden change. Step indicates sudden change. There is sudden change in the refractive index between core and cladding. As I told you earlier, the refractive index of core is greater than the refractive index of cladding, but there is sudden change. In single mode, as the name suggests, single mode, only one signal, that is ray of light, can be transmitted, and in multi-mode, as the name suggests, many signals, that is many rays of light, can be transmitted. So here the difference in between single mode and multi-mode is in the form of carrying the signal. Let us go to the profile. Refractive index profile of single mode step index fiber. So here if you look at this is the diameter of core and this is the diameter of cladding. So as the name suggests, single mode means mono mode. The diameter of core is very less, which is 8 to 10 micrometer. So 8 to 10 micrometer, that is very close to the diameter of human hair. The diameter of cladding is large. Profile. What is a profile? Profile indicates the relationship between the refractive index of core and cladding. So here if you look at refractive index Ri of core is greater than refractive index of cladding, and there is sudden change, that's why this step is there. So in case of single mode, as the diameter is very less, only one ray of light is propagated. Multi-mode step index fiber. As the name suggests, multi-mode step index fiber. Multi-mode means many number of rays can be transmitted in this fiber optic cable. So, but natural, the diameter of core is much more larger as compared to the diameter of monomode step index fiber. So core diameter here is from 50 to 200 micrometer and cladding diameter is 100 to 250 micrometer. Let us go to the profile index. So here refractive index profile of multi-mode. So if you look at this core diameter, the core diameter is 50 micrometer to 200 micrometer. So core diameter is much more larger, therefore we can pass many number of rays through this big diameter. The diameter of cladding is from 100 to 250 micrometer. Look at this, Ri means refractive index. This is the core, blue color. The refractive index of core is greater than the refractive index of cladding, and there is sudden change in the refractive index, that is called step. So here step index, refractive index is changing in step, that's why it is a step index. Now let us proceed to understand how does the ray of light propagates through monomode step index fiber and multi-mode step index fiber. So propagation of ray in mono mode. Mono mode means single mode. So look at this diagram. In this diagram, the diameter of core is very less, 8 to 10 micrometer. Therefore, only one ray can be launched into the fiber, and that ray passes through the fiber along the axis of the fiber. There is no reflection taking place in this case. Whereas, in case of multi-mode, the diameter of core is 50 to 200 micrometer. So much more larger diameter. Therefore, with the help of this cone, you can launch number of rays into the fiber. I have shown here only one ray launch into the fiber. When this ray launch into the fiber enters into the fiber, it gets reflected back from the junction of core and cladding, and it comes back into the core again, and again it gets reflected back from this junction of core and cladding, and in this way the ray propagates through fiber with the help of total internal reflection. So this cone will indicate you that you can launch the rays with different angles and different locations. So this is the basic understanding about transmission of a ray of light in mono mode and multi mode. There is one more type which is called graded index fiber. In graded index fiber, there is no sudden change in the refractive index. There is no step. So refractive index of core gradually goes on decreasing from the axis of the fiber towards the junction of core and cladding. And remember that refractive index is maximum at the center of core, that is at the axis of the fiber. So we'll go to the profile and then you'll understand. So this is the profile of refractive index in case of graded index fiber. Again, graded index means refractive index. So refractive index gradually goes on decreasing from axis of the fiber towards the junction of core and cladding. So this is the junction of core and cladding, this is the axis of the fiber. So look at the profile. There is no sudden step or change. This parabolic shape will communicate you that the refractive index is maximum at the center and gradually goes on decreasing towards the junction of core and cladding. So there is no step, there is a gradual decrease in the refractive index, and this is the profile for that. So as it is a graded index multimode, again the diameter of the core is much more larger, in between the range of 50 to 200 micrometer. Due to that type of profile, in case of graded index fiber, when the ray of light is launched into the fiber, here we have shown the 4 rays are launched. These 4 rays propagates through entire length of the fiber by following a parabolic shape, and this parabolic shape can also be changed by changing the profile of refractive index which is present inside the core. So here just have a look at these 3 different types. Mono mode, single mode, the diameter of core is 8 to 10 micrometer, very less, only one ray can be transmitted. Step index, multi-mode step index, diameter of core is large, 50 to 200 or 250 micrometer. And this is graded index, gradually decrease in the refractive index of core from the axis of the core towards the junction of core and cladding. Remember, at the axis of the core, the refractive index is maximum. So these are the 3 diagrams to conclude that how does it works. Now, what are the advantages of fiber optic cable or fiber optic communication? The fiber optic communication is very fast because the information is carried in the form of light signal. Therefore, the data transfer rate is in gigabytes per second or megabytes per second. Secondly, in case of mono mode, only one ray passes, but in case of multi-mode, thousands of the rays can be passed through a fiber optic cable. Therefore, it is said that the large bandwidth, you can pass much more information, bandwidth is large. Third advantage of fiber optic communication is, as the fiber optic cable is made from a glass material or a special type of polymer, there is no linkage of electromagnetic noise. So electromagnetic noise will not get linked, and therefore the quality of the signal will be very good. Next advantage number 4 is fiber optic cables are very light in the weight. So if you talk about a conventional metallic cable of say 1 meter length or 2 meter length, the weight is very high because of the metal. Here the weight is very less because of glass material and special type of polymers. Last but not least, it is very safe. So signal, when it is transmitted from one location to another location, the tapping of the signal is very difficult, and when we try to tap the signal, fiber gets break. So these are the very good advantages of fiber optic communication. Thank you for watching my video.